In this video, we're going to create an isometric pictorial of the object shown. I'm going to use a grid spacing of 1/2 inch. So the first thing we want to do is to draw our defining box. Now it might be tempting to go ahead and draw a defining box that's long in this way, but we're going to miss this feature here. I think it'll show better if we do the defining box so the short side is facing us like this. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so we have this front face would be 2 across right there. It would be 1.75 up, and then back would be 3.25. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so we have the 2, and if each one of these is 1/4 inch, then we have 1, 2, and we'll go up by 1 and 3/4. Now I know the diagonal is not the same size as the sides of these grid spacings, but it's good enough for sketching. You can always be completely accurate when you do it in a computer program, but here we want to make it as easy as possible. Alright, so 3, 1, 2, 3.25, and it looks like we're going to go off of our grid, so that's okay. We can just erase and move down. The wonders of working with pencil. Alright, so I'm going to do 1, 1, 2, and 1 3/4. And 1, 2, 3.25. Alright, so there we have our defining box, and we can go from there. So the first thing you want to do is really sketch in the features that are either on these faces or parallel to these faces. So I'm going to start with this side of the part. So that goes up by 1/2 and goes over 2.5. So up by 1/2, it would be right here, over 2.5, so 1, 2.5 right here. Alright, and then this little angled piece, this little point, is right in the middle. So we'll take this up right here, and then these two meet, right? From here to here, they meet. Once you have the angle for this line, we know what angle that line is. We don't know how far it goes yet, but we can get that. Alright, and this goes over 1/2 and then meets up with this, and then up. And then this width is 1 inch, so we can go over 1 inch and take that off. Again, we don't know really how far it goes yet, but we will get there. Alright, so now we don't know where this line ends, but we can get it from the angle of this. So just, sort of get this angle and draw it up here. So those two lines should be parallel, and there you go. And then this should come down and meet, hopefully, with that line, and it does. Now we have to repeat that procedure on the other side. So I'm going to draw some hidden lines here. And my line is very, very crooked, so I'm going to erase that and do it again. So you can see the back side of the box, and we want to draw this surface over on the other side just like we did. Alright, and it goes over 2.5, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 2.5, so it would go to here, and then we have our line here. And then that line needs to be, let's do that, and then that comes over here, so we need to make this line over on the other side. So it goes from this one to this one at this angle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 2.5. So it's almost going to be the same angle, or the same in the same location, but not quite. Alright, so let's, we need this one too. So at this angle, this one goes like that. Alright, so let's start darkening in, and we'll see this object take shape. Alright, there's something funky going on here on this side, so let me redraw that. It's hard to draw when it's really, really tight in the space. Okay, we know a line's coming down here. We know that this line is angled to here, and then it needs to go up by 1/2. Alright, there we go. And then we need a line coming in here and then up. So that side's a little tricky because it's so crowded. But if you just follow what you did over here, the angles are different, of course, but you should be able to get it. Alright, so that is our isometric pictorial.